Welcome to the organic chemistry lecture series. Today in this video we are going to study about the hydration reaction of alkynes. Now you know what is meant by hydration. Hydration is nothing but the addition of water molecule across the carbon-carbon triple bond, that is known as hydration of alkynes. Okay. So alkynes adds 1 mole of water in presence of acid catalyst to give aldehydes or ketones. Okay, so remember, alkynes on hydration gives either aldehydes or ketones. Now which alkynes gives aldehyde and which alkynes gives ketones, that we will see. So remember that internal alkynes, that means alkynes having triple bond inside, that is like this. Okay, such a kind of alkynes gives ketones, remember, on hydration. And terminal alkynes, that means if a triple bond is at the end, so such kind of alkynes gives aldehydes on hydration. Okay, so this reaction is known as hydration of alkynes. Now we will see the example of this hydration of alkynes. Okay, so consider the first example. I will take a simple alkyne, that is CH triple bond CH. So when this CH triple bond CH is treated with H2SO4, okay, hydration in presence of H2SO4, there is a formation of this enol form first. Okay, and then this enol form is less stable, that's why it is converted into its keto form to give this aldehyde. Now you know this is a terminal alkyne, so hydration of terminal alkyne will give aldehydes. As I said earlier, this is aldehyde. Okay, this is enol form, remember, and this enol form it's converted into its keto form. So this is a simple reaction, that when alkyne reacts with H2SO4 in presence of water, there is a formation of CH2 double bond CHOH, CH3 CHO. Sometimes along with H2SO4, HgCl2 or HgSO4 is also used, because the terminal alkynes are less reactive as compared to the internal alkynes. So sometimes this is also used to increase the rate of reaction. Okay, now we'll see further. Okay, now let's say this is the mechanism of hydration of terminal alkynes, how the reaction occurs by mechanistic steps that I'm going to explain. So consider this as a alkyne, terminal alkyne. So I said earlier that when terminal alkyne is there, HgCl2 is used along with H2SO4 to increase the reactivity of terminal alkyne. So HgCl2 means Hg2 plus here. Okay, so this Hg2 plus reacts with this triple bond to form this cyclic intermediate. Okay, so this cyclic intermediate is highly reactive, and to this cyclic intermediate water molecule gets added. Now water molecule gets added to that carbon which is having a less number of hydrogen atoms. So this addition is as per Markovnikov rule, remember, as per Markovnikov rule. So addition of water molecule to this carbon is as per Markovnikov rule. Okay, and there is a formation of this intermediate, that is stabilized by resonance structure in this way. See here, as soon as this water molecule attacks on this carbon, this bond will shift here. Okay, we'll get this as an intermediate, and further this mercury goes away in this way, and to form this loss of mercuric ion to give this enol form. Now this is enol form. This enol form gets converted into more stable keto form in this way. So this is the mechanism of formation of uh, acetaldehyde, or you can say aldehydes from the terminal alkynes. So this is about the hydration of terminal alkynes. Now we will see the hydration of internal alkynes. Now consider hydration of internal alkynes. Internal alkynes means if the triple bond is exactly inside the compound, at the center of compound we can say. So hydration of this internal alkyne gives ketones, and here no need to use HgCl2. The reaction can proceed in presence of H2SO4 only, remember. So only H2SO4 is sufficient to carry out this reaction. Now we will see the example of this. Okay, consider this as an example. So here if we take an internal alkyne, this is internal alkyne. So when this internal alkyne is hydrated in presence of H2SO4, there is a formation of ketone, remember always. I will see the mechanism of this reaction step by step. Now let's see the mechanism of hydration of this internal alkyne. So in first step there is a abstraction of proton by this double bond. So there is a formation of vinyl carbocation as an intermediate. This H3O plus is generated due to presence of H2SO4 as a reagent. It gets protonated water molecule first, and then alkyne reacts, or it abstracts the proton of this H3O plus to form vinyl carbocation. In second step, this vinyl carbocation, there is an addition of water molecule. Okay, a water molecule is added to here to form the enol. Now enols are generally unstable and rearrange as soon as they are formed to ketones. Okay, so if internal alkyne is there, then there is a formation of ketone, and if external or terminal alkyne is there, then there is a formation of aldehyde. So enol form gets tautomerized into its ketone form. So in this way we can explain the hydration reactions of alkynes. Now after hydration reaction, now we will see the next reaction of alkyne, that is addition of HX to alkyne. HX is nothing but mineral acids where X is chlorine, so it can be HCl, HBr like this. Okay, so alkynes can add 2 moles of hydrogen halide. So remember, 2 moles of HX are added to the alkynes to form a dihalide, remember. So dihalide is obtained. The addition of 1 mole gives vinylic halide. So I will write first of all reaction. Suppose I have taken this acetylene as a starting material. So in presence of HCl, okay, what happened, there is a formation of CH2 double bond CHCl. Here HgCl2 is used to increase the reactivity of this acetylene. So what happened in first case, there is a formation of vinyl chloride. Okay, vinyl chloride, and then in second step another mole of HCl is added across this double bond to form the CH3 CHCl2. So this is ethylene dichloride, we can say. Ethylene dichloride. So in this way there is a reaction of HX to the alkyne. The second mole adds according to Markovnikov rule. This, remember, this takes place as per Markovnikov addition. as per Markovnikov rule. Now you see here the negative part of this adding reagent goes to that carbon which is having less number of hydrogen. So this carbon is having less number of hydrogen. That's why the second mole of this chlorine also adds to this carbon to form ethylene dichloride. Both the halogen atoms are attached to the same carbon atoms in geminal dihalide. So this is known as geminal dihalide. Remember, what is geminal dihalide? If both the halogens are attached to the same carbon, then it is called as geminal. If they are attached to different carbon, then it is called as a vicinal, as you know. So reaction is catalyzed by the presence of metal salt like HgCl2. This is used as a catalyst in this reaction. Now in case of higher alkynes, suppose if I take CH3, C triple bond CH as a starting material, and then in this case both the HX molecules will add as per Markovnikov addition. If we have to add this HCl to this, then we know chlorine will go to the this carbon because this is having a less number of hydrogen. So we can say CH3 C Cl double bond CH2. So this will be the product in first step. So again if we add HCl, then we get this product CH3 C CH3 Cl Cl. So we get this product. The name of this product is isopropylidene dichloride. Remember, isopropylidene dichloride. Okay. So this is a simple alkyne, that is acetylene. This is a higher alkyne. So both the addition of HCl takes place according to the Markovnikov rule. But if we use a peroxide in this reaction, then the peroxide effect is observed. Remember. Now consider the same reaction this in presence of peroxide, now HBr. Okay. So in first case, there is a formation of CH2 double bond CH Br, and the second mole, if we use here a peroxide, then the addition does not take place as per Markovnikov rule. So here the negative part of the adding reagent, that is Br minus, will get added to this carbon rather than this carbon, like anti-Markovnikov addition. So there is a formation of this product CH2 here Br. So the name of this product is 1,2-dibromoethane. You can say 1,2-dibromoethane. So this is all about the addition of HX to the alkyne. So always remember, the addition of HX to the alkyne takes place as per Markovnikov rule, and if we use peroxide, then the addition takes place as per anti-Markovnikov way. So in a summary, in this video we have seen the two reactions of alkynes. The first reaction was hydration of alkynes. Okay, the hydration of alkynes takes place in presence of H2SO4. Okay, if terminal alkyne is there, then sometimes HgCl2 is used to increase the reactivity of alkyne. And the second reaction which we have seen was the addition of HX to the alkyne. So this addition of HX to the alkyne is also takes place in presence of HgCl2 to increase the reactivity of alkyne, and the addition takes place as per Markovnikov rule. But if we use peroxide, then peroxide effect is observed. So this is all about the reactions of alkyne. In next video we'll see the remaining reactions of alkyne. So till then we'll stop here. Have a nice day. Thank you.